Riri disrespecting Tony Stark's legacy in the first episode of IronHeart quickly made it Disney Plus's worst Marvel TV show. And Secret Invasion exists, is something I wouldn't say. Phase 5 of the MCU has ended with the release of Marvel Studios' IronHeart, and here's my honest opinion and review about the series. IronHeart was amazing. I had so much fun with this series. The comedy, the suspense, the dialogue also felt very natural, and the action was great, and all those little aspects kept my eyes glued to the screen. To get into the show itself, it's centered around Riri Williams, who was introduced in Wakanda Forever as she joins a criminal gang to fund her suit and her future projects. And what happens within that quick summary of the plot is pretty cool. Spoilers ahead. Obadiah Stane's son was introduced. She creates an AI in the image of her dead best friend by accident. She constantly defies her mother as she's trying to keep her safe. The leader of the gang she joins has a magical hood gifted to him by a devil. The gang falls out. They fight each other. She builds a new suit with magic, and she ends up making a deal with Mephisto in order to bring Nat back from the dead. Adventurous stuff, right? I think the highlight of the show has to be its depiction of PTSD and guilt, and how the two can cloud someone's mind in all aspects. We know Riri couldn't do anything to stop that drive-by from happening, but she constantly blames herself for Gary and Nat's deaths. Watching your loved ones bleed out is no easy action, but the way the show depicted PTSD by having the images of the sound of that day, Gary and Nat's screams, and the bullets passing by, constantly flooding her mind and visions at numerous times within the series was awesome. From a viewer's point of view, not from Riri's, because that sucks. I think the costume design of this show rocks. Everyone had their own unique style, which didn't make you bored while watching. The cinematography of the show didn't really stand out, as there were no unique crazy shots that happened. For example, in Agatha All Along, they had a split diopter shot. Nothing like that happens in Ironheart, but what we got on screen serves its purpose. There was nothing wrong with not having any crazy camera techniques. The color grade in this show was nice, and the sound design of this show was fire. I'm literally watching a heist take place while bumping Chaka Khan. Like, what are we doing? We can't talk about a comic book show without bringing up the comic book. And there were sequences from this show that was literally ripped straight from the page of the comic books. And once again, it looked amazing. That season finale is probably one of the best Marvel television moments I've seen. What had my jaw on the floor was Riri versus the Hood, and then she said, "Pretty good hologram, huh?" I was like, he was boxing holograms this whole time? It was mad intense! Mephisto's real face being revealed in a spoon, and then we cut scenes not knowing the conclusion of Riri and Mephisto's conversation, only to find out that Nat could physically touch her. Then we see the same marks on Riri's arm that Parker had on his body, signaling that Riri made a deal with Mephisto. Such a great ending to a seriously overhated show. Congrats to the entire team behind this series. I need season 2 greenlit right now, or for Riri and Mephisto's story to continue out into a movie or something, because it was great. We need to see more of Ironheart. Overall, I give this show about an 8.6. Let me know how you guys feel about this series in the comments below.